What's going on YouTube? Rob A here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Warbotron, set number WB01-B. Heavy Noisy. Yeah, that's his real name. Heavy Noisy. So this is the second release in the Warbotron-01, also known as Bruticus, for those that are unaware. So this is release number 2. He is the tank, also known as Brawl, but this guy's name is Heavy Noisy. That is the best name ever. As you can see, it comes with very nice packaging, just like Airburst Blast Off did. Yeah, and he doesn't really have anything going on here, but the back of this is a slip cover that comes over the thing, and as you can see, there's a pretty cool image going on here. If you turn it up like so, this actually will connect with the other boxes and form a giant, big, crazy picture. Yeah. I don't have Airburst box with me here, but just take my word for it, he's got a chunk there. I'm sure I showed it off in my review. On the bottom here, you can see Warbotron, Warbotron.com, made in China. Big surprise. Yeah, so all that good stuff. 0 to 3. Don't let your 0 to 3-year-old play with this toy. Probably because he spent all that money on it. But taking off the slipcover, which is still not the easiest thing in the world, but it is easier to do than it was for Airburst. You can see underneath, this is normally where you'd see Heavy Noisy in all of his robot mode glory. Obviously there's something else going on there right now. But very nice packaging, very, very nice. Let me undo this nonsense here. And you can see very nice, it's very cool artwork of Heavy Noisy right here. Just really, really neat overall. And moving on to the back, there's really nothing here. You get some line art of the figure and the alt mode here. Heavy Noisy, super, super cool. There's more contact information. I'll let you pause on that if you want to go check that out. Specifications and colors of contacts may vary from photo. So if your guy doesn't look like a complete invisible green outline, that's because of that. Yeah, so he is a Ceregiant, and he is a martial master of the RM'd forces of the Warbotron. They still haven't gotten that one quite nailed down, but otherwise, pretty cool stuff. Inside the box, if I can get this open in a reasonable amount of time, which let's not hold me to that, okay? We'll do this quickly because I don't want to focus too much on this. You do get the instructions. Yep. So you've got the instruction booklet. I probably won't even take them out of the packaging. The instruction booklet is also a comic book. I suggest if you pick this up that you read through that because it is hilarious. So of course you see Heavy Noisy, you get the little collector card here. I'm not going to show you the stats. I think you guys can sort that one out for yourselves. But you get that little card. It's very high quality, feels like plastic, kind of credit card material, and it's pretty cool. So volume 2 of the comic. And of course you get the nice, very nice line art drawing on the back, ink and pencil. Very, very cool. So there's that. On to Heavy Noisy himself. And yeah, there he is. Heavy Noisy, or Brawl, or whatever you want to call him. So here he is. I have added a Repro Labels Decepticon logo, so that will be, just imagine this side looking exactly like this side. Alright, now when you get them in package, you will find that these 2 bits here on each side will be hollow, and you'll get a little baggie. They are just caps for the screws. So you know, you just put those in yourself. It's very easy, just pop them in and push them down until they stay. But here you have it, a very nice tank mode for Heavy Noisy. He's got the guns on the top. He's got the turret. You can turn the turret, It gets a little bit in the way with, or some of these bits on the back get in the way a little bit, but you can just kind of pull this up a teensy smidge and it'll move just fine. Because it is just a 5mm peg holding that in right here. It's nice and solid. It's not going to, look, I'll just push it in, boop, just that much. It's not going anywhere. So it is nice and solid. But yeah, you can still turn it around. So very, very cool. The tank barrel is tight, but it does go up and it does go down a little bit there as well. So very, very cool. There are no wheels on the bottom. You can see the bottom of the vehicle mode here. They're very nice and tight, very clean. No wheels. It's kind of sadly, I think they could have gotten away with just popping in some little wheels here. But, you know, that's okay. As most of you will more than likely be displaying this more than playing around with it, I guess that's okay. Some nice little paint apps here. Yeah, so very, very solid tank. Really cool. And to just do a quick size comparison here, here he is with Masterpiece Red Alert. So you can see they are pretty close in size, so you scale purists may start having your coronary fits now. So it really depends on where you want to put this guy in your collection. He can be in your Masterpiece shelf. He could be in your classics collection. I am not going to say chug, you jerks. So yeah, there he is with that. Here he is with his classics brethren, Fall of Cybertron, Brawl. So there you go. You can see they are not. This guy's not crazy bigger than this one. He's a little bit larger. You can see a little bit larger going on here. The difference is it becomes way more apparent in robot mode. But yeah, so there he is with him, and of course here he is with Airburst, his other compatriot here. And Airburst is quite a bit larger overall, just chunkier, bigger basically on every level, but that's probably as it should be, as this is a space shuttle and this is a tank. Yeah. So I'm going to pause the video here, and then we are going to check out the transformation and the robot mode. How's that sound? Cool. Alright, so to transform Heavy Noisy into robot mode, what you want to do is you want to pop this guy off here, just like so, and just plop it right next to the guy here. Next up, we're going to take these little bits, just pull them up like so, and we're just basically unlocking everything. We're just going to pop these treads right down from the middle center here out to the side and just fold them up onto the sides like so. Okay, next we are going to, this is pretty cool here. We're gonna fold, kind of push down on the front of the tank like so, and that's gonna pull the arms out and basically the whole upper body, and then you can pop the head up, turn it around if you had it turned back, and then take this panel, unpeg it like so, and then push it up and just kind of lock it into place on the back. Now you want to just split the legs here and bring these down and turn these bits. These guys are going to turn right around like so, and then kind of fold that all down. These will come in the middle here as the knee pads, and kind of lock that all into place. It's very, very cool, like so. These bits on the back are going to fold down and become kind of false backs on the back of the legs, just kind of fill in that gap. And then you've got, of course, the heel spur, which just pops out, and then you've got another one up here that you just fold down like so, just to kind of make those feet look nice and huge. You don't have to have them, obviously, but you can. So there you go. Now the arms. This is where it may get tricky. You may hear a couple of 4-letter words out of my mouth. So you have to pull the arms out. They just pull straight out. Aha! There we go. The first time I did this, it was really, really difficult to push it up, because you have to push it up, and then there's this little gap here. You have to push it all the way in until it clicks. That was impossible. Like, I was using tools and everything. But then I just went and I just kind of took a little screwdriver and gave these 2 screws a little bit of a twist to the loose position, the left there, and that loosened it up. And now with subsequent transformations, it's a lot easier. I can do it one-handed, and I don't have to worry about breaking the arm off. But there you go. We'll see how this one, if this one's going to be any better. Nope, this one's still a little tight. This is going to have to happen off camera, guys, because, there we go. So this one still needs a little bit of work, so just be wary of that. Your toy may be impossible to transform. So yeah, that's something you definitely want to watch out for. Anyway, pop the head back up. Position the arms into some way that you like, and there you go. Now you have a couple options here. You can, of course, plug this right back on for the, classic Brawl look, or you can keep this off here, and what you can do is pop this center portion out like so. Okay, pretty cool so far, right? And then these bits fold down like so, and then these fold up. Now they don't fold completely over, so don't try and push them or you'll end up stressing something. And these don't go all the way down quite flush, or as flush as I'd like, so just be wary of that too. You just don't want to force anything and risk breaking. And of course you can flip up this little orange sight there as well. And this bit comes in and becomes a handle for this kind of gun with what looks like mortars attached to it. So that you can pop in his hand. And it just kind of sneaks in, and you fold the fingers around it, and he's got a crazy big, like, sniper rifle crazy monster gun going on here, a god killer. And then of course this piece right here, you can see there are a couple of notches built into it, and that can just slide right over his arm tread as a shield. And then you can, of course, take these little guns out and kind of, face them around or stick them basically wherever you'd like. So you've got a lot of options there, and that's pretty awesome. You can also stick this up on his shoulder. Whatever makes you happy. These do go in his hands as well. I'll show that off real quick. And the first time I did this was frightening. And as you can see, there are tabs on the sides that are now mushed because of my trying to get this into his hands. So it was like Feral Rex scary when I tried to get this in his hands the first time. Because his thumb, of course, he doesn't have a movable thumb, so you just got to push it past the thumb. And of course you've got plastic pushing against plastic, and I'm just glad the tab kind of gave in before the thumb did, So that is something to watch out for as well. So this figure is not perfect, but it is very nice, very solid. So he's got a lot of armament going on there, as you can see. We can put this back on, and he is ready to brawl. Like, he is not messing around. But very quickly, I just want to show off the articulation. So you got that going. Oh, this also folds down for his combined mode, which I'm not going to really bother showing off in this video because it is just his tank mode kind of stood upright, so I'm sure you can use your imagination and figure that one out. So his articulation, he has shoulders going on like that, they go up, and I know this looks really tight, and I would have also liked it too if his chest had a little bit, I don't know, maybe it was a little wider, just a little bit more, like you could pull the shoulders out more and kind of get that. But they really don't interfere too much with his head. Like, you can get a good, you can see how high I can get that shoulder to go. But he's got full range of motion. Up here he's got an upper, well, he's got a bicep swivel. He's got nice elbows, fairly deep. He's got rotating wrists. He's got the movable fingers, as you saw. He's got a waist swivel. He's got hips. Again, none of these are ratcheting, but his don't really require ratcheting because he's not going to be an arm on Bruticus there. But so we'll just see how that all pans out. But he does have a bit of limitation in his outward leg, just due to the way that this is sculpted. It does kind of butt up against that, so just be aware. And then he's got the upper thigh swivel. He's got a knee bend going on here, very obviously deep knee bend, and you can put that back out, but you have to remember this is going to be up, so put that back down. He does have an ankle tilt of sorts. You can see this piece moves down specifically for that purpose, and that's pretty cool. So you get a lot of really nice poses out of this guy, especially with how large his feet are. Yeah. A lot of people don't like light piping, but man, this guy's light piping is fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. Nice orange glow, just like the cleaning product. So, yeah, so overall this dude is really, really nice, and you can even, stick this on his back without the without this bit, just to make it look a little cleaner if you want. I don't know if you can, I haven't tried to stick this up yet. No, can't do that, but yeah, very, very solid, nice figure. Certainly not perfect, but it's got a lot of really good stuff going on here that I really enjoy, and he's a fun figure to mess with, especially with all the stuff that he can do. So really quick, I'm going to do some size comparisons here. There we go. Get him nice and tall looking. All right. I'll set him back here. So here he is with Masterpiece Sideswipe. As you can see, he's about a head taller, only just like that. Okay, here he is with his counterpart from the Fall of Cybertron line. We'll just stick him right in front there. Yeah. And you can see the difference in robot mode, where there was not as much difference in vehicle mode. And of course, here he is with his fellow Combaticon Airburst. And they are looking pretty great together, I have to say. It's going to be a pretty awesome looking team when all is said and done. So definitely a cool figure. Needs a little, could still use a little tweaking here and there, but still definitely worth your time. I've been having a lot of fun. The tank mode is solid as a rock. The weapon choices are really cool and a lot of fun. And just overall, it's another really nice, solid foot forward for the Warbotron crew. So I'm really excited to see their Swindle, who's coming out hopefully soon. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. But in the meantime, thank you guys so very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out. I've got more Transformers coming up pretty soon, hopefully. And yeah, in the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.